Hi dear student, welcome back to the English session. In today's session, let me take up another important prose from the supplementary reader, The Enemy. The Enemy is written by Pearl S. Buck. She was an American writer, novelist. As she spent her childhood in China, she was named Sai Zhenzhou. She was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1938. She was first American woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. Let us see the theme of The Enemy. The Enemy lesson, which gives the message that humanism surpasses all man-made prejudices, restrictions and barriers. Here, the main character, Dr. Sadao, was the main character of this story who upholds the moral ethic of a medical profession in treating an enemy. Thus, it is a great lesson for peace, love, sympathy and humanism. Let us see in this chapter how being a doctor who has been trained not to let a man to die helped his own enemy to survive and escape from his country. Let us look at in this chapter. Before going to elaborate the lesson, I want to tell you the setting. The story, The Enemy, which takes place on the coastal town of Japan in the year 1941 when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor of America. As you all know that in the year 1939, the entire world witnessed such a great war. It was Second World War. When Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, yes, there would be a great war between America and Japan. As you all know that Japan was hostile to America and it was ready to kill any Americans found in their soil. I want to give the introduction to the story. The story, The Enemy, which takes place during the Second World War. As we know that the Second World War, which started in the year 1939 and ended in the year 1945. It took almost 5 years to end the war. The instability which created in the Europe by the First World War, which caused for the Second World War and set another international stage for the Second World War. In this war, we could notice such a destruction of life, economy, everything. But after the America, which decided to use nuclear weapons, as a result, it bombarded Japan's important place Nagasaki and Hiroshima and it destroyed completely. Thus, Second World War ended by establishing UNO. Its main intention is to bring peace and harmonious relationship among the nation. Now, let us move on to the chapter's introduction. As I told you, during the Second World War, in the year 1941, a Japanese doctor who finds an American wounded person at his doorstep. He was in dilemma that being a doctor, should he save the life of an enemy, or being a citizen of Japan, should he hand over this enemy to the police? He was in such a dilemma. Dear student, let us briefly look at the chapter how being a doctor who has been trained as not to let the enemy to die and how he helped him to escape from his country and survive in other country. Here the writer who introduces the main character of this story, The Enemy, Dr. Sadao, was a famous scientist as well as a surgeon. So Dr. Sadao, who lived in a small house, the description of the coastal town mentioned in the paragraph. Dr. Sadao Hoki's house was built on a spot of the Japanese coast where as little boy he had often played. His house was located on the coast of Japan where he had been living since his childhood, and his house had low height and made of stone, and which was set up on the rocky beach. And his house had an outline which made by pine trees. As two children, we are very eager and interested to climb the tree when we are small. So, as you know that, even Dr. Sadao, when he was a child, he used to climb those pine trees and enjoy it. But he learned those skills when he visited to the southern island, where some of the people who climbed the coconut tree to pluck the coconut. By looking them, he himself learned how to climb the pine trees too. His father had taken him often to the island of those seas, and never had he failed to say to the little brave boy at his side, "Those islands yonder, they are the stepping stone to the future for Japan." He was accompanied by his father to the southern islands. Whenever he visited to the island, his father pointed towards the island and told him that those islands which appears over there, they are the stepping stone for the future of Japan. So we commonly use failure is the stepping stone for the success. What one can understand from the quote? Yes, if you try again and again, if you get experience from the failure, next you should avoid what mistake you committed in the previous task. Likewise, he said to his son that if we properly utilize those islands for our future purposes, definitely that would become a stepping stone to get a success. But his son Sadao, who childishly questioning that, yes, where would they reach from those islands? To this, his father said that depend upon the mankind, how they make out in the future, how they set the plan to the future. So in the first paragraph, we have learned about where his home located, how he spent his childhood, and what his father told him whenever they visited to the southern island. Next, move on to the next paragraph. Sadao had taken this into his mind as he did everything his father said. His father, who never joked or played with him, but who spent infinite pains upon him, who was his only son. Whatever father told him, advised him, he kept all the points in his mind to become a successful person in his life. So that is why he was not keep away the words of the father. He always retained the words or the advice which given his father, and he used them as is the stepping stone for the success. And his father underwent too much of struggles and pain just to make him a great person, especially a surgeon and scientist. He struggled a lot. He spent a lot to make him a great surgeon and scientist in his life. For this reason, he had been sent at 22 to America to learn all that could be learned of surgery and medicine. Yes, his father's chief concern was to make him a famous doctor. That's what he has been sent to America at the age of the 22 to learn his medicine and surgery. He had come back at 30, and before his father died, he had seen Sadao become famous not only as a surgeon but as a scientist. After completing his education, medicine and surgery in America, he returned back to Japan at the age of 30. Before his father's death, father could see him that he had become such a famous surgeon as well as a scientist. It was really a happy news for a father who had a great ambition and desire on his son before sending to America to learn. Because he was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean, he had not been sent abroad with the troops. During those times when a war was going between America and Japan, even doctors too had been sent with the army just to treat the army, soldier who as and when they get any injury or wound. But this Sadao, who has not been sent to the abroad along with the troop, because he was perfect, he was on a discovery to treat wound entirely clean. He was on his discovery. That's what, who had not been sent to the abroad along with this army. That's what he retained in Japan to treat. And one more strong reason was the old general of Japan who has been suffering from illness. So that is why they asked Sadao to retain in Japan itself just to operate him in case of an emergency. There was some slight danger that the old general might need an operation for a condition for which he was now being treated medically, and for this possibility Sadao was being kept in Japan. In this paragraph we learnt about his education in America. Okay, just to complete his medical course, he went to America at the age of 22 and returned back at the age of 30. And his father's intention was to see him as a great surgeon as well as scientist. That wish was fulfilled by the son, Dr. Sadao. But later, he was not sent to the abroad. He kept in Japan itself just to treat the general. Moreover, he was on his discovery to find the treatment to do how to cure the wound entirely clean. That's what he was not sent to do abroad. Now in the third paragraph, the writer who describes the atmospheric condition of the surrounding of is Dr. Sadao's house. Clouds were rising from the ocean now. The unexpected warmth of the past few days had at night drawn heavy fog from the cold waves. So as the days were unusually warm, even clouds and the waves of the seas were very cold, even night had become foggy. It was the condition of the one day night. The day he finds an American wounded person at his doorstep, that day night's description of his outside of the house. Sadao watched mists hide outlines of a little island near the shore and then come creeping up the beach below the house, breathing around the pines. Yes, later on, even the night had become foggy, the waves were cold, even the days were unusually warm. At this time, he couldn't watch the boundary line of the island because slowly, gradually, the island boundaries were covered by the mist. Even that mist vapor still come closer to his home. The island seems to be disappear because of the availability of the mist. He couldn't notice clearly the boundary line of the island. We can make out from the text. Then he would go into the room where Hannah, his wife, would be waiting for him with the two children. As he was living in a small house with his wife and two children, when he did not find the boundary line of the island, he decided not to stay over there further. He decided to go back to his house where his wife Hannah waiting for his arrival. So in this paragraph we have discussed about the atmospheric condition of the Sadao's house outside. Next paragraph. But at this moment the door opened and she looked out. A dark blue woolen haori over the kimono, she came to him affectionately and put her arm through his as he stood, smiled and said nothing. Yes, he entered inside the home by opening the door. There he noticed his lovable wife Hannah. She wore his American traditional dress kimono and haori, that is the outer loose garment which worn over the dress. In that dress she appears. She smiled and appeared so affectionately. It was such a pleasant image or scene for this Dr. Sadao. As they married long ago, they have two children, but they are loving each other too. Their bondage is too good each other. Yes, affectionately. And he had met Hannah in America but he had waited to fall in love with her until he was sure she was a Japanese. Now, the moment the Dr. Sadao, who saw his wife near the door, yes, he recalled the image what he collected when he first time saw his wife Hana when he was studying in America. As a student, he stayed in the professor's home. There, he fall in love with Hana, but he waited for till he comes to know about her race and make to sure that whether she belongs to Japan or not. He didn't fall in love with her quickly. He waited till he was sure that whether she was Japanese or not. Until he waited there. His father would never have received her unless she had been pure in her race. He wondered often whom he would have married if he had not met Hana. Even his father was so orthodox and traditional one. He never allowed him to marry any other race person or any other race girl. He wanted to make him marry with the Japanese girl only. That's what he worried a lot. Even he thinks that if he had not met this Hana in America, he would not have married so far. Because he thinks that he would not find such a girl if he had not met her in America. Such a feeling he expressed that moment when he notices her in that attire. And by what luck he had found her in the most casual way, by chance literally at an American professor's house. The professor and his wife had been kind people, anxious to do something for their few foreign students, and the students, though bored, had accepted this kindness. Yes, when they were studying medical course in America, they both, Dr. Sadao and his wife Hana, stayed in professor's house. Though the rooms were so small, even food was not tasty, even the wife of the professor was so talkative, but still they survived. They adjusted over there and they learned their education over there. But still he expresses, even in such circumstances, he longed and he wished to stay over there because he had a love affair with this Hana. Sadao had often told Hana how nearly he had not gone to Professor Ali's house that night. The rooms were so small, the food so bad, the professor's wife so valuable. But he had gone and there he had found Hana, a new student, and had felt he would love her if it were at all possible. One day, coincidentally, he met Hana when he was staying in his professor's house, even though, as I already told you that the facility which provided in the house were not up to the level. Even the rooms were so small, food was not good and tasty. Okay, moreover, she was very talkative, the professor's wife. But he tolerated everything and he continued to live there because he met a new student there, Hana, and he falls in love with her, but he waited to make sure in that whether she was a Japanese girl or not. Otherwise, he would not marry her. His father would not allow him to marry that girl. But he waited for all the chances possible to get married that Hana. Let's move on to another paragraph. Now he felt her hand on his arm and was aware of the pleasure it gave him, even though they had been married years enough to have the 2 children, for they had not married heedlessly in America. Now they again regained the consciousness about present condition. She just kept her arm on his shoulder and she smiled, and still the reader can make out even though they had 2 children, but their love, it did not disappear or it did not reduce or it did not dry. Still they are like evergreen lovers, one can make out here. They even after getting love each other affair, they didn't marry immediately. They waited until convince the parents of both the party, and they convinced their parents, and they married each other in a traditional way of Japan. They had finished their work at school and had come home to Japan, and when his father had seen her, the marriage had been arranged in the old Japanese way. Although Sadao and Hana had talked everything over beforehand, they were perfectly happy. She laid her cheek against his arm. They did not take a hurry-burry decision to get married each other because their parents will not accept. That's what they made all the plans in a perfect manner. Later, they informed their parents and they checked both the horoscope each other. Later, successfully they married each other according to the customs and traditional way of Japan. Now, they recalled all the what instances now at this time, and they felt happy. It was at this moment that both of them saw something black come out of this mist. It was a night, even mist fully covered outside of his home, and the island's boundary was not visible, and it was an unusually warm day, and the sea waves were so cold. At this time, yes, they could notice both of them saw something black come out of the mist. The full atmosphere surrounding covered with the mist, they noticed like a man's structure which come out towards their side. It was a man. He was flung up out of the ocean, flung seamood to his feet by a breaker. They noticed a man from the distance moving towards their home. They thought that a man who has been flung, the past of fling, forcibly thrown out of the ocean and coming towards their home, just seeking help. They understood the reality. He staggered a few steps. He was unable to walk, but still trying to dragging his legs and coming towards their home. The person, they couldn't notice or identify who the person was. His body outlined against the mist. Now, when a person who come close to them, they could make out, yes, it was a man who was coming towards them. They couldn't identify who was him. His arms above his head. When he was coming, yes, his arms were kept on his head, seeking any help. Then the curled mist hid him again. Again, he disappeared because of the dense mist which covered over there. Who is that? Hana cried. She dropped Sadao's arm and they both leaned over the railing of the veranda. At this moment, Hana cried out who the man was, and she left his arm and they leaned towards the body which just disappeared over there, just to know who the man was. If he was in the condition of seeking help, yes, they would ready to help the person who seek. Now they saw him again. The man was on his hands and knees crawling. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. Now when they moved towards that man, they found that he was crawling, he was walking, he was moving on the ground with the help of his hand. He couldn't walk because something happened to him. Later we can understand what happened to him, why he was crawling. Yes, the man was crawling and he fell on the sand. His face was not visible to them. Then they saw him falls on his face and lie there. He was like a motionless body, but still he was alive, but he seems to be like motionless. A fisherman, perhaps, Sadao said, washed from his boat. He ran quickly down the steps and behind him Hana came. Now he suspected that it was might be a fisherman who just flung out from the boat, because we know nearby the coast often what fishermen go for catch a fish and sell. That's what he suspected that that man might be what fisherman who just came out of the boat because of the blow of the air. He suspected, and he was followed by Hannah too. Her wide sleeves flying over there, a mile or two away on either side, there were fishing villages, but here was only the bare and lonely coast, dangerous with rocks. Further, he added that as their area covered with the villages of fishermen, a mile or another mile surroundings, we could find some of the fishermen. But the place where Sadao's home located, there was no chance to have any fishermen because the area surrounded or covered it with the sharp pointed rocky structure. That's what it was difficult to expect any fisherman over there. The surf beyond the beach was spiked with rocks. He suspected that the surf, the foam which appears in the waves, as well as the sharp pointed rocks, it may be what hit that man, so he injured and came here to get the help or treatment like that. They suspected he must be badly torn. Somehow the man had managed to come through them. He must be badly torn. They thought that that man really got somewhat wound or injury. So in order to seek the help from this people, as he came towards their home, they realized. They saw when they came toward him that indeed it was so. The sand on one side of him had already a stain of red soaking through. Yes, now they came close to that man and they identified that that was a man. He was badly wounded and injured and he needed now help, and they thought that yes, he was bleeding, and as he laid on the sand there was a stain of the blood which shows that he got a deep injury. He is wounded, Sadao exclaimed. He made haste to the man who lay motionless, his face in the sand, an old cap stuck to his head, soaked with the sea water. He was in wet rags of garments. Sadao stopped Hannah at his side and turned the man's head. They saw the face. Yes, now they came to know that the man who reached there, he was wounded. Sadao exclaimed, cried out to their surprise, and he made urgent the man who lay motionless, his face in the sand. Yeah, now he was a wounded man, so they wanted to treat him. That's what he was a bit hurried to treat, as well as to save the life of that man. So far they did not know the man who has come there was an enemy of them. And old cap stuck to his head. Even being he was an army, so he wore a cap. It was struck to the sand, and his head soaked with the sea water, fully wetted with the sea water. He was in wet rags of garments. His garments, the dress which worn by him, was totally wet. And Sadao stopped Hannah at this side. Hannah turned the man's head. They saw the face. Hannah just lifted his head and turned the face. Now they came to know that yes, he was an enemy of that Japan. A white man, Hannah whispered. Yes, it was a white man. When he just turned his head and came to identify his face, he came to know that he was a white man. He was a wounded American prisoner. He was not a fisherman. She whispered, "Speak softly." Yes. Sadao added, yes, it was a white man. The wet cap fell away and there was his wet yellow hair. The cap which was wet and kept away, and he had a yellow hair. Now one can make out with that physical structure that he was belongs to America, as though for many weeks it had not been cut. The war, it was started in the year 1939. was fully engaged in the war. So his hair was not cut for a long time, and upon his young and tortured face was a rough yellow beard. He was unconscious and knew nothing that they did for him. Yes, by his facial appearance, one can make out that yes, he literally belongs to America. Now, Sadao